I'm Hailey.
I'm Sean.
And welcome to Hailey Hates Everything.
I pick a surprise topic.
And I get high and opinionated so we can discuss it together.
So grab a snack and hang out with us for
Hailey Hates Everything. Hello and welcome back to the podcast. I am half of your hosts. I'm a whole, but I'm half. I am Hailey McConnell, the icon. That's how I'm introducing myself from now on. And I am joined by none other than Sean McConnell, the assistant to the icon. Hi, Sean. How are you?
The legendary Sean McConnell.
Oh, okay. Well, you had no reaction to the assistant to the icon. I didn't know if you even heard what I said, because you really just sat there just staring into space. I can see you. You know that, right?
What are you talking about? Assistant to the icon? I don't know. I was too fixated on me being a legend.
Well, of course you were.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering about legendary and icon, it's related to one of our Oooh Weees that we'll be going over.
No Sade.
So, our last episode we went on about small talk.
I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought, we got to figure out some other topics where we can act things out.
Yeah,
I liked the way that felt. It's a good place for me. I love that journey for me. Yeah, so if you haven't listened, go check it out. It was pretty funny, if I do say so myself. I rather enjoyed it, and I had to listen to it 3 times. So, insert laugh track.
You'll find out why every blowy begins with sales.
Exactly. Yeah, people seem to like it. We were told it was laugh out loud funny.
Yeah.
Is that person our friend? Yes, but they wouldn't have said that if they didn't mean it. I know this for a fact. So, go check it out if you haven't. I'd really appreciate that. And leave us reviews if you have the capacity or app situation to do so.
Yes,
Let the
please.
people know you love us. It's super helpful if you share us on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Your Twitter, your Instagram, your Facebook, all of it. Whatever. Let people know. Yeah, tell people in person.
We're going to make some swag. You can get swag and give it to people.
For Christmas. Yeah. Just in time for Christmas. You'll have some Hailey Hates Everything.
You don't know
swag.
about this podcast, but I got you a shirt.
And honestly, I have some ideas for some t-shirts. And
Yeah.
I do want to make some shirts.
Yeah, definitely.
For the podcast, for just a Hailey vibe in general.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like, Hailey is nuts, and I want to project that too. I want to make some t-shirts. So that is something that I want to work on. Maybe in the fall. Maybe it'll be ready in time for Christmas. Look for that.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Stuff your stockings.
Mm-hmm.
With Hailey Hates Everything merch.
So, we actually had a chance to work on our small talk because we went to a party on 4th of July weekend.
Indeed. Yeah. Now here's the other thing about all of that. And this kind of goes with our no caps, but I was really nervous. And typically I'm like hella nervous when I go to a party. When I go to just talk to regular folks I know. Most of the people I didn't really know. I'd met them before, but I didn't know them well. And so I was kind of nervous. But back in December, when we went to the same friend's house to a Christmas party, it was actually Yule, but just so y'all know what Yule is, Christmas time party. And I was so nervous. I was so nervous.
Yeah.
Like I was high when I got there. I was so nervous. And I just felt very anxious. Fast forward to the July 4th party. I was so much better, you guys.
It's awesome.
I was nervous, but I felt so much more at ease with myself, and that made it not so bad. And so yeah, we did kind of have small talk, but not like small, maybe medium talk, because we didn't want to get too serious and stuff, even though we did talk about some serious topics on occasion, but we didn't like stay there, you know what I'm saying? So it's more like medium talk. And I feel like I was not as in my head about it.
Yeah.
I felt good about how I acted as a human and how the level of ease I was at versus what I know I would have been at this time last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was really nice.
I know one thing I did while we were there that was a direct kind of response from us doing the small talk episode is we were all sitting around a fire pit and somebody, brought up some awkward story. And when they're done, I was like, awesome. Everybody, round of awkward stories. It was just kind of a fun talking point, and I think most everybody had some sort of awkward story that they could go over.
Oh yeah,
so it was pretty fun.
It's definitely a way we can all relate.
Yeah,
we all have those awkward stories. Anyway, I was proud of you speaking up at the party.
Oh, well,
usually you're very quiet.
I was trying to, remember the things we talked about and try and put them into use.
So you guys, we educate. We help motivate. We encourage. That's why you gotta tell your friends about us.
Things that make you go,
ooh wee!
Well, Hailey, did you have any ooh wees?
Well, as discussed at the beginning of the episode, we want to talk about Legendary. Legendary is on HBO Max. We've been obsessed. There's 3 seasons, and the 3rd season was pretty fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good.
So essentially, this is a dance competition show based around the ballroom scene. And the ballroom scene got started a while ago by people of color, trans people in the LGBTQ community. So they had a community and space to go, and they would do all of these dance competitions. And there's different types of dances, different movements consist of the whole ballroom, like voguing. Madonna's Vogue video, that came directly, those moves and everything came directly from the ballroom scene. A great show to watch to get a sort of a fictional look at the ballroom scene, but based on reality, is the show Pose on Netflix. And a lot of the actresses in it are actually trans, and it's a really fantastic show. And there's a few episodes that are super duper heavy, and I cried the entire time through one of them, but don't let that scare you. It's a really great show, and the characters are really lovable, and there's drama, and there's cool outfits. It takes place in the 80s. Yeah, so anyway, Legendary is fantastic. Yes. There are different houses that consist of about 5 people, and they have different themes for each ball, and they get these outfits made for them that look really fantastic. I feel like the season 3 outfits and makeup are just beyond. And so they do these performances, and then there's judges that judge them. And one is Leiomy. She is an icon in the ballroom scene. Yes. She's legendary. Law, who is drama mama. He's the fashion queen.
Law Roach, yeah, he's a celebrity stylist.
Yes. So he's really into the clothes. And, ooh, he's so catty. I wouldn't want him to judge me. That's all I was like, don't judge me. And Jamila Jamil.
Yep.
And then the first couple of seasons, Megan the Stallion.
Yeah.
I think as a white person, that's how I'm supposed to say her name. She was a judge. And then there's Keke Palmer on now. This is like the season 3.
Yeah.
And then they have various guest judges, people in the ballroom scene, actors. Leslie Jones was on it. She's fantastic. So it's really fun. And I'm so sad that we finished season 3 and we have no more Legendary to take up our time. And we found ourselves singing the song. We sing it about our chihuahuas and say a lot of the things that the judges have said just in regular daily life. So it's really entertaining. And I'm actually really sad that that there's no more left.
It was really good. This last season was just great. Yeah.
And also, if you look up, or maybe we can put a link in the description to some of Leiomy's YouTube videos, and Deshaun Wesley, who is the icon, and
yes.
He's done some really, really great stuff. I was obsessed with watching YouTube videos of him doing various dances. So we'll have to link some of those, and you can kind of see what we're talking about.
Once you watch them, then I think you really know how to kind of the other performers and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I do feel like, especially in the first 2 seasons, I wish they had defined more the terms for the dances, like old way, new way. You know, I know what duck walking is. Maybe the average person might not.
Yeah.
But I wish they had maybe shown an example. And I still wish in season 3 they'd shown examples from just a really iconic ballroom person doing it the way it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
So we can kind of get a view of how that should look. I think they did better in season 3 in defining like old way and new way and duck walk and runway and all of that. But I wish they had started that earlier, and I do wish that they would show those examples of it done really well.
Yeah.
So we do have an immediate view of like, this is what we're looking for when we watch it.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, watching the YouTube videos and seeing how it's supposed to be done made me look at the show completely differently.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, where I'm just like, oh, damn. So I do really appreciate that. And hope that you watch some of the videos, because it's bananas.
It's really impressive, some of the things they do and they're capable of doing.
Like the drops, like they literally twirl and then fall back on a leg, on like a calf.
Yeah.
It's just bent up in the back. They just fall down. And I just feel like somebody's going to crack their head. Somebody's knee is going to break. It terrifies me every single time.
Yeah.
But it's also just like, wow, they just did that. They just threw their body on the floor backwards. And it boggles my mind. Because look, I bent over to fish a hanger from the back of the washing machine. And I fucked up my knee. It don't even work right now. I'm hobbling around the house. So falling backwards on a hard floor where I'm just laying on my own leg? No, I cannot do that. I can't do it. So bravo to everyone who even fucking tries.
Yeah.
And oh my God, when you do it like it's supposed to be done. I mean,
yeah.
Damn.
And there are some injuries, but it seems like they're only gone for like 1 week and stuff. And it's just like, what?
Yeah, and it's mid-ankle, like twisted ankles.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. I really don't. And I can't even begin to try. I can't even do a cartwheel. I never learned. No one helped me learn. I've never been able to do a cartwheel. Also, it kind of terrifies me. I could do rolls. I used my trampoline to learn how to roll.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't want to hurt myself. I was very risk averse as a child. Still kind of am, really. I was just scared about hurting myself. And so I would use the trampoline to learn how to do things. And then I'd try them on the ground.
Yeah.
Once I felt comfortable. I'm just very slow to warm up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like once I warm up to you, you're probably going to get sick of me. Once I love you, I love you. I am loyal as fuck.
Indeed.
My love of New Kids on the Block is any testament. Like 34 years. Come on. I'm loyal.
Absolutely.
And I don't know how I got on this topic. It's just that I love what I love, and I love it for life, typically.
Yeah.
Unless it really fucks up somehow. But that's all I got to say about that. Look, that was a tangent. Tangent alert. Tangent alert. Don't want to scare anyone, but that was a tangent. And I'm sorry, but not really sorry.
You got any other Oooh Weees?
I took a break from a thing that I'm going to talk about in no cap because it's not an Oooh Wee. And I went to this book series. It's called Throne of Glass. It's by Sarah J. Maas. It's a young adult series about a teenage assassin. I went back to that. I am on the 4th book now, but it's entertaining. I enjoy it. There's some supernatural elements. This girl is a teenage assassin. There's not any sex in it like there was in the Sexy Fairy books that she did.
Oh, jeez.
Like there's been no sex scenes. There's been the insinuation that people had sex, but there hasn't been a very descriptive version of that encounter, if you understand what I'm saying. And I wish there was a little bit, you know, like the last book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, too much sex and very, very
descriptive.
Yes, like very descriptive. And I just felt it was too much. Too descriptive in part, but just excessive. Like, these two characters were boning anytime they could, and I felt like they should slow their roll because there was a lot of serious shit happening. And sometimes, you know, it's good to have sex to forget about things, but they were doing it too much and not focusing on what they should focus on, which was like life and death shit. So it was a bit excessive in the last book of that series. In this series, nothing, none, except just being told that these two people had sex, essentially.
Oh yeah.
But here's the thing. So apparently the person who's the narrator of these audiobooks that I'm listening to doesn't know how to pronounce Samhain. Now, I understand that it is spelled Samhain. It's pronounced Samhain. You can look that up on Google right now, and it will tell you. It'll probably have the little person that says Samhain or whatever every time you press the thing.
Samhain. Samhain.
Now, this narrator doesn't know how to pronounce it, and nobody ever told her how to pronounce it, which is insane to me because she's narrating an audiobook. Her job is to know how to say words and how to pronounce things. She doesn't say Samhain, you guys. Guess what she says? Sam Heughan. Sam Heughan is the actor who plays Jamie Fraser on Outlander. And somehow, Samhain is Sam Heughan to her. And so every time she's like, oh, remember what happened on Sam Heughan night? Oh, when I found this ghost on Sam Heughan. All of these things. And they say it multiple times. It's not just once that somebody just didn't catch it.
Yeah.
In the second book, they say it like 8 times at least. In the third book, they say it at least 4 times. In this book that I'm reading, I think they've said it once already, and I just started it.
Yeah.
Nobody caught that for multiple audiobooks, and I don't understand. I really don't. Anyway, I know this is supposed to be an Oooh Weees, and that's just like a let me bitch about this audiobook. But I do enjoy the book series, Throne of Glass, Sarah J. Maas, if you're into, you know, young adult fantasy sci-fi novels. That's all I'm saying. It's been entertaining. It's a nice side to heavier topics of my class that I'm taking.
I had, I think, a couple Oooh Weees. Other TV shows. Obi-Wan.
Oh.
We never talked about that yet.
Oh, really?
No.
We finished it a while ago.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
I enjoyed Obi-Wan. I really
yeah.
did. I mean, Ewan McGregor, Jedi can get it, you know? Still. So he was nice to look at. Love me some young Obi-Wan. Hook it up, you know? But Force Ghost Obi-Wan, he was much older.
Yeah.
Did they change it in that episode? Did they change it to Ewan McGregor, or did they keep it as old Obi-Wan? Because you know they changed...
Oh, yeah, Anakin to...
Yeah.
To Hayden Christensen in the re-release of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. And I don't like how they changed the Ewok song.
Oh, yeah.
That really, really bothered me substantially.
Yeah.
Still bothers me. I want the Ewok song.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, yes, Obi-Wan. Loved it. Loved the scenery. Loved the music. Loved the little Princess Leia. I like the addition of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Still hate him. Still an asshole, you know? Still dicking around and fucking shit up.
Yeah.
And, you know, it is kind of nice to watch it knowing that they don't die yet.
Yeah, true.
If you're new to Star Wars and that's a spoiler, where the fuck have you been? Go watch Star Wars. Stop listening to us. Go watch Star Wars. Start with the original trilogy. Anyway.
Might be a little bit slow for some people to start off, but man, it ended fantastic.
Well, some people's slow is relative because we live in a society that wants instant gratification for every single fucking thing.
That's why I said it was slow for some people. And we also finished Stranger Things Season 4, Parts 1 and 2.
Oh, we did. That's right. And there is going to be another season. I thought this was it, and I was a little disappointed. I was like, oh, okay, we're just ending it there? I'm trying not to spoil anything for people who want to watch it. But there will be a next season, so... go into it knowing that there will be another season, so when you get to the end of this, you're not like, what the fuck? Because that's kind of what I thought at the end. But it was really good. I mean, I would say the first 2 episodes were really hard for me to watch because there's bullying involved. There's some Mean Girls.
Yeah.
And as someone who was exceptionally bullied in school, it was really hard for me to watch, and I was equal parts depressed and wanting to Hulk out at every moment. So it took a little bit for me to get through those. But then that sort of, wasn't an issue anymore.
Maybe one last ooey. We started watching I Love That For You on Showtime with Vanessa Bayer and
Molly
Shannon.
It's dorky as fuck. It's so stupid, but it's so funny. And the funniest parts to me is when so Vanessa Bayer's character is this very sort of inexperienced, kind of childlike adult woman. She's been kind of repressed in that way because she had cancer when she was a kid. Yeah. And so she was basically in a hospital for years. And so she didn't learn how to interact with people very well. And when she says really random phrases like fuck nuggets or whatever that seem really out of character for her, where it's just like, wait, what did she say? I feel like it's just so absurd and funny. And so I've really enjoyed it. Yeah. Because it is sort of cancer adjacent.
Yeah, that is...
It is triggering if you have had cancer or are close to someone who has or does. And we've gotten to an episode where cancer has reared its ugly head again. And I'm just like, I don't know if I'm mentally prepared to take this on right now, even though it is a comedy show. But so that's been a little iffy for me. I feel like, I don't know what episode we're on, but it's mostly been comedic and to a certain level where I feel a little uncomfortable, because I am highly triggered. I mean, I had thyroid cancer, and when anybody has cancer on a TV show, I get really freaked the fuck out, and I assume that I have whatever cancer they have on this show, and I start freaking out about that. So it is very triggering to me to have cancer on a show, and I start to worry that I'm gonna spiral.
Yeah.
So if you have those same issues, maybe you need to wait or just mentally prepare for that before you watch it. Otherwise, you'll probably find it funny. It's just stupid funny. And of course, Molly Shannon and Vanessa Bayer are really great.
Yeah.
And, I'm enjoying it up until, aside from any kind of serious cancer talk.
Yeah.
So, check that out. I just thought of a couple more things. One is school supplies. I don't know if you know this about me, but I love school supplies. Love school supplies. Obsessed. Target has already started with the school supplies.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure parents are like, really? This shit again? Already? We just did all of this. We just give us a break for a moment, and then we will push them out the door. But Target has school supplies already, and I like to get first dibs. So I went as soon as I knew about it to find some hidden gems amongst the school supplies. Looked at all of the aisles. I did find some very cute folders. And I do like to collect smaller, 5x7 notebooks, because they're great for travel and jotting down various notes and that kind of thing. So I try to get as many of those as I can. And I found this big fat one that has mushrooms on it. So cute. Loving mushrooms. And I got some purple sparkly scissors, which I was very excited about. So I found some good stuff in there. And I was very excited to collect my little haul of school supplies for the year. Now, when they put more stuff out, will I go back? Absolutely. I can't wait. I can't wait till all of those aisles are filled with stuff. And I'll check it out. School supplies. Love them. Had so much fun. The other thing is we actually went out to dinner somewhere. Over the weekend, and we had just sat down, we were chit-chatting, and this lovely lady came over, and she's like, "Are you Hailey?" And I said, "Yes." She recognized me from Instagram and lives in the same town, I'm guessing, because she was at this particular restaurant.
Yeah.
She actually works for an Instagram account of a brand that I really, really like. It was so cool that she came over and like recognized me. She said I did something, like I turned or did something with my hair and smiled, and she recognized me immediately. So I think my smile is the icon.
Exactly.
And then when she saw you with me, then she knew for sure it was me, and she had to look up my name because she knew that she followed me on Instagram, but she couldn't remember my name, and that's okay. You know, next time. I'm just kidding. But anyway, she was really, really sweet, and she came over and said hello, and she was excited that she knew someone at the restaurant. I was like,
Yeah.
I never see anybody I recognize or know when I'm out. So
Yeah, really.
it was so cool, and I took my picture with her, and then forgot to ask her if I could post it on Instagram. So I'm debating on whether I should just make it a Insta story, you know, where it's gone in 24 hours or something, or just keep it to myself. But she was lovely. She was dressed super cute. Shout out to Amanda. It was so nice, and I loved it so much, and it made me feel really cool. So so those are my other two things I wanted to share.
Awesome. No cap. All right, Hailey. Well, do you want to talk about your no cap?
Well, I first wanted to mention a book called Where The Crawdads Sing. Now, it's been out for, I don't know, maybe 5 years, and it's been made into a movie. It comes out sometime this month in theaters, I guess. I thought it was going to be on Netflix, and I was going to watch it, but I'm not going to a movie theater. So anyway, I thought I'd read the book. I know a lot of people who read it, they loved it, they couldn't stop reading it. Some people weren't the type to usually pick up a book. They read this, they loved it, they couldn't put it down. And so I was excited to take it on. It's about essentially a young girl growing up in the marshes of North Carolina. And the things I like about it are the way that the author describes the southern weather and kind of atmosphere. There's something very kind of descriptive where I feel like I can feel it, and I really like that about it. But the things I don't like about it have made me stop reading it for now. And that, you know, there's definitely some misogyny and racism, and that's not fun to read. You know, it can be very angering. This character also, she's abandoned by her family. I don't think that's really a spoiler. You know, basically is raising herself in the marsh, which is a big deal of the story. You know, that's what's making her who she is. And there's some boys involved, and they lie to her about things, and that was very triggering to me. But the thing that really, really bothered me was her being abandoned by her family. And just that kind of loneliness and sadness and all of that, it's made it really, really hard for me to read it and like not weep constantly.
Jeez. Wow.
And, you know, not that we have an exactly similar story or anything. It's just all the vibes of family abandonment. And so I just couldn't take it anymore, and I had to stop reading it for now. I think I have 2 more hours on the audiobook, so there's, you know, a decent amount of story left. Maybe I'm halfway through or a little over halfway through or something, but damn, it's sad. It's so depressing. And
Jeez.
I'm excited to watch the movie whenever I end up finishing the book, because the main actress in it, the main character, is being played by this girl who is the main actress in the show called Normal People, which takes place in Ireland, and I think that's on Hulu.
Daisy Edgar Jones.
Yes, and I really liked her in Normal People. Her character gets very depressed, and I called it way before it started happening. I don't think that's really a spoiler. Normal People's great, but I found out this actress was going to be the main character, and so that excited me too. I'm curious as to how they'll film it and portray the story in the movie, because the book is kind of flashback, so I don't know if they'll tell it chronologically, or that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
And just like visually what they prepare for the surroundings and stuff, if that makes sense. I'm trying to be very careful with my words because I don't want to like spoil too much if you want to read it, if you want to see the movie, if you are interested in any of those things that I just mentioned. But I had to take a break. And I'm really not liking it. I wanted to, but I really don't.
Seems pretty heavy.
Yes.
I'm sure it will end where everybody goes to Disney World.
Probably. Disney World of 1970s.
Yeah, it was there, I'm sure, right? I think so.
Yeah, when was it built? I don't know. I'm not a Disney file. Disney head. I don't know what they call themselves. Mickey Warriors. The Mickey Army. I don't know what they call themselves.
Hashtag Mickey Army.
I was trying to think of all the characters and the first thing that popped into my head was Donald's dipshits. I don't know why. I don't think you're a dipshit if you like Disney. I really don't. It's the first thing that popped into my head because I was trying to find, sort of groups of people related words that started with the letter of the character that I was thinking of at the time.
Yeah.
Pluto's platonic friends, Minnie's maniacs.
Pluto's a dog who can't talk, but then Goofy is a dog who can talk. Have you watched the trailer for Where The Crawdads Sings?
No, I haven't watched it.
You want to?
Okay. They're not going to spoil the end for me, are they?
Did you enjoy the...
Ooh wee, I did. That looks really good, actually. And it's really cool because it looks like so much like what I pictured in my head.
Oh, nice.
And let me tell you, I fucking love an oak tree with Spanish moss. Like on the coast of South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina. Oh my God. I just think there's something so sexy about a tree with Spanish moss. I fucking love them. I think they're gorgeous.
You might get to see some people fuck under one of those trees.
Yeah, I would. Oh, that'd be nice. Oh. Yes. Yes, please. I needed an oak tree with Spanish moss. And a good time. Anyway, I'm excited, and maybe I will try to finish the book and try to put my own trauma aside so I can finish it and be ready for the movie, because the movie does look really good. Triggering? Abso-fucking-lutely. But it does look good. So,
all right, cool.
Just get a box of tissues. Give me an entire box of tissues. Let me watch that movie in the privacy of my own home so I can snot all over the place. I will cry, but I do want to watch it. So that's our show. And
Finn's not happy that it's over with.
Yeah, Finn super
wants
pissed.
More content.
Finn hates not having our podcast to listen to. So y'all know where to find us. DM us, email us, check out our website, HaileyHatesEverything.com. Check out our Instagram. It's Hailey Hates Everything, but it's got underscores between each word. Y'all know how that works. You can find all of those links in the description box down below. You have the option to leave us a voicemail. You have the option even to email us a voice recording from your phone if you'd like, if it needs to be a longer thing.
Yeah.
There's no limit. You could talk to us for 10 minutes if you wanted to. We're going to listen, and we're going to check it out. Now, will some of it be edited down? Probably, unless it really needs to be in there. So we would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about any of this shit that we mentioned. If you're like, you know what, I love their recommendations, we would like to know. If you're like, you know what, y'all mentioned this thing and I watched it and I hated it, I'd also like to know that. I want to know why you hated it. I want to know what's going on. So, yeah, I'm really curious as to other people's thoughts and feelings about really anything we talk about on any of these episodes. Give us a holler.
Yeah.
Even if you hate it, like... Be nice, but you can tell me why you hate something, Yeah. So for now, I bid you adieu.
Au revoir.
And I hate to say goodbye, but I love to watch you go. Bye, y'all. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.